Hello, students, and welcome back. Today, we're going to talk about trait theory and personality assessment. Traits are stable patterns of behavior, thought, and emotion. They're often tested using personality inventories. So essentially, the underlying assumption here is that we all possess traits in varying quantities, so we can develop a test to measure for those traits. The first person to really do this was a guy named Gordon Allport, and he went through the dictionary and he basically came up with 4,500 words that could be used to describe traits of people. Raymond Cattell used factor analysis to basically see how these 4,500 words cluster together, and he came up with 16 traits that all people possess. And again, factor analysis is a statistical technique that allows psychologists to identify the positive correlations of traits and the strength of those relationships. A projective test versus a personality inventory. Projective tests are things like the Rorschach inkblot test or the thematic apperceptions test. So these tests basically give you a stimulus, you look at them, and then your unconscious mind projects itself onto these images. That's sort of the idea here. A personality inventory, on the other hand, is more objective rather than subjective. So personality inventories would be things like the Myers-Briggs, the Enneagram, the Minnesota Multiphasic Personality Inventory, and the Big Five Inventory. We're going to watch a short video clip about the Myers-Briggs test right now, and one about the Enneagram. The Minnesota Multiphasic Personality Inventory was designed to work in psychiatric facilities to assess personality disorders and like personality issues. So it's more of a clinical tool than anything else. And what's really interesting about it is, as a personality test, it actually has mechanisms built into it so that it can tell if you're lying or if you're actually mentally ill, trying to appear normal, things like that. The downside is it's like 250 questions on the short version and about 500 questions on the long version. If you would like to take this test, let me know and I can send it to you. Rorschach inkblot tests. Let's take a quick Rorschach test now. The thematic apperceptions test. So I'm going to show you an image, and I want you to, without censoring yourself, tell me the first thing that comes to your mind when you see it. The Big Five. So the Big Five is the most widely used personality test, and it assumes that people possess 5 main traits: openness, conscientiousness, extroversion, agreeableness, and neuroticism. Openness is a willingness to try new things. It's about creativity. Conscientiousness is how organized, structured, or planning you are. Extroversion, how social, how outgoing, how much energy you receive from other people. Agreeableness is altruistic, sympathetic, trusting. And then neuroticism is moody, anger, anxiety, things like that. And that, ladies and one easy way to remember the Big Five personality test traits is OCEAN: openness, conscientiousness, extroversion, agreeableness, and neuroticism. Or if you have thalassophobia, then you can think of canoe, because it's the same but in a different order. They don't have to go in any particular order. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is all I have for you today. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, have a fantastic day.